A budding rivalry here in the Cal Ripken League. The Senators and Aces getting ready to go here from beautiful Regency Furniture Stadium. It is a great day to be a Senators fan. This team has been putting it all together as of late, and there's a look at that man. He put it together last time these teams played. Jack Nichols hit a late go-ahead home run for the Senators, and then getting the start tonight, Nick Wimberly. He'll be the go man for Scott Middleton on the bump, making his second start this season. His last start was cut short against the Big Train, so technically the third time he's pitched this season, but the stats on that game not finalized yet. So Nick Wimberly will get the start tonight for the Senators, and they're looking to make it a 10-game win streak tonight, looking to up it to double digits. We'll have that action coming up on the other side of this break. Senators and Aces, you won't want to miss this one.
If you want to stay up to date with all things Senators, follow the collegiate team's social media accounts. You can follow the team at Southern MD Senators on Instagram or Go SOMD Senators on X to keep up with the team. You'll get score updates, final score graphics, access to articles, and so much more. Go check out the Senators on social media and don't miss a moment this season. The newest addition to the Senators family is the Maryland Lady Senators softball team. With an 18U team forming, 14U and 10U teams, the Lady Senators coaches and staff strive to help players reach their fullest potential both on and off the field. With the team just finishing their second season, you can join in the future by registering at ladysenators.com. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal.
Nick Wimberly making the start tonight for Scott Middleton and the rest of the crew. He has only made one official start this season, has pitched in 2 games, said it before the break against the Big Train. He didn't get a chance to finish that game, said that he had really wanted to. The makeup for that game was also canceled, so it's been turned into a doubleheader next weekend on Sunday. That game will be on the road. But Nick Wimberly getting the go tonight for Scott Middleton. He is a very quality pitcher. Yeah, you look at the ERA there. He gave up 2 runs in 2 innings his first start, but those first 2 innings he threw against the Big Train, didn't give up a single run and only allowed 1 base runner. He looked really good there. Trying to keep the train rolling tonight against an Aces lineup that, boy, they have certainly struggled this season. Just 40 runs as a team. That's last in the league, and it's last by 16 runs. They have not been able to score a lot this season. Really struggling on the offensive side, Alex. These two squads that in recent years there's been kind of a building rivalry, especially at the end of last year. Ian Kennedy at one point in the playoff series made a catch and foul ground over near their bullpen. Heard a couple of words from their guys. They went back and forth. And then this year over at Alexandria, the last time these two teams played, Jax Nichols hit a go-ahead home run late in the game, and he watched that one fly, stared down the pitcher as he did it, and there's certainly no love lost between these teams. Nichols said he had been hearing it from the Aces all night. Here's the first pitch of the ball game outside to Derek Almeida. Almeida in the leadoff spot tonight for head coach Chris Bursett. Wimberly, a guy that's going to fill up the zone a lot, only walked one in his first start this season. One, fouled off.
I think it was important to highlight walks because, as you mentioned, this team doesn't produce much, so you definitely don't want to give them many chances. Self-afflicted.
Yeah, and they aren't really a team that walks much either, Alex. They're last in the league in that category as well. Takes up and in. Almeida was 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in and a pair of walks the last time these teams played. He went off against the Senators. Swing and a miss. Got him with the breaking stuff. And down goes the leadoff man, Almeida. Toby Huber comes to the plate. He's out of George Mason, riding a 4-game hit streak coming into tonight. Has had a hit every time he's played this season. Seen limited usage. Last night, Huber walked twice and reached on a single, was ultimately caught stealing in the contest. That was a 2-1 victory over the Grays. So even in their win, they didn't score a whole ton.
It's funny because the first game between the Senators and the Aces, say it was a shootout. I mean, Senators down 1, 2 outs in the ninth, and Carter Groen hits a 2-run bomb, or down 2 and 2-run bomb to tie it, and then Jax Nichols hits the eventually game-winning home run next at bat.
1-1. Fought off foul. Yeah, Scott Middleton, whenever I talk to him, has really just made throwing strikes the most important thing. Now the Senators are, after last night's performance, walked the least of any team in the league. They only gave out 2 free passes last night. Nate Berzonski, a big part of that out of the bullpen. Threw 4 2/3, boy.
Absolute gem.
After they got 4 1/3 from Vincent Luther in the start. And that's exactly what Scott Middleton's asking of these starting pitchers. You don't have to be perfect. Luther gave up 2 runs, but just give me some distance, be consistent, throw strikes, and that's what Luther did. Senators won.
And only having to throw 2 pitchers, especially during this crazy streak, is amazing for the Senators. Got to keep the arms fresh.
Yeah, really important. The Senators are going to have 12 games over 11 days, 1 doubleheader in there. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 straight punch-outs to begin the evening. Something the Senators don't do all that often. They're bottom half in the league in that category, but they're Nick Wimberly off to a fast start. Nick Wimberly looking tough to touch early. What do these bats need to try and do, Alex, to slow him down?
I mean, contact. Also swinging early in at-bats. They're seeing a lot of strikes and just not putting wood to ball. So got to put it in play and hope it gets through a hole.
Fights this one off foul. At the plate is Gavin Miller. Been in this 3 spot nearly every game throughout the season. Has only missed one for Alexandria. Reached twice, ripped a double, and walked the last time against the Senators. It was just over a week ago, last Thursday in Alexandria. Last time these teams played. Swing and a miss. Boy, talk about working with your A stuff. Aiden Milburn the other night, Scott Middleton was happy with him, was able to get through 3 innings. Clearly, Middleton said wasn't working his A game. Wimberly's got his stuff tonight. 1-2. High and in.
It's a chance to strike out the side here, and I don't believe we've seen that once this season for the Senators. As you mentioned, a lot of contact, but just great plays by the defense.
Yeah, the only time we saw it actually was last night. That was the only time, though, and it was in the 9th inning, so Berzonski was just kind of hammering away at that point.
Funny he didn't have many other strikeouts besides those 3 either.
Strike 3 swinging. So 3 up, 3 down in the first, all on punch-outs. Nick Wimberly looking good early. Senators bats for the first time tonight after that.
Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority one. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more.
Senators coming up for their first time tonight. This is a team that has really started to put it together with the bats. Ever since the beginning of the season, they've been backed up by the pitching, but the mainstay has been the hitting. There's no doubt about that, Alex. These bats have been remarkable. There's a look at the starting 9 for Scott Middleton. We highlight Logan Tribble, who was 2 for 4 last night. A wonderful start for the Senators. He's been consistent all year. And to lead things off will be Nick Flores coming to the plate right now. Gotta love the consistency and the quiet confidence that Nick Flores plays with.
Just nice. You know what you're going to get out of him from the first guy up. Bats to ball skills, he'll steal bases, and he's a great defender too.
Hitting .286 coming into tonight. That batting average has hardly wavered throughout the season. You said it, just so much consistency. Putting up similar numbers to what he did this college season over at VCU, where he batted .295. Takes inside. A.J. Murray getting the start tonight for the Aces. This is his second game he's pitched. First time out through 4 innings. Gave up only 1 hit, no runs. He was great against the Thunderbolts back on June 9th. That over a week ago now. Flores checks his swing. He held up. Senators got to try and crack the code on Murray because this is a tough Aces pen. This is popped in the air right side. Powell back, called off by Huber, who makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And that brings Adam Trock up to the plate. Trock has been the star throughout the season for the Senators. One that Scott Middleton expected to be very good, but I think he's played even above expectations. This is lifted into the left center field gap. A long chase for Colligan, and that's down. Bounces over the wall, a ground rule double for Adam Trock.
I mean, he's a five-tool player. Great defender. He's got speed. You see there, he's got the power, and he's still got the contact skills.
And now there's a man in scoring position for Steven Krause. He's a .300 hitter this season. Has only played one game against the Aces. That was the second time around. He was 2 of 5 with a run. Hasn't scored a lot himself, but has plenty of runs batted in. 5 on the year. It's all set up for Krause here early. Senators lately haven't had a ton of early offense. Last night they had 4 in the 4th inning, and from there they didn't relinquish control. Put up 2 more in the 7th and then 1 in the 8th. It was helped by a huge pitching performance. They only gave up 2 runs, and those came in the 3rd inning. Krause serves one into center field, and that is a base hit. They're going to send the runner Trock on his way home, slides, and he's safe. Krause into second, and the Senators have one early.
Right on time. Love the offensive consistency and scoring early here, and especially without 2 outs on the board.
I mean, Adam Trock just has unreal speed, right? It seemed like he was going to hold up at third. He got a late send, and then he somehow got home safely. The ball was already at the cutoff, man.
And he hesitated. He wasn't sure if it was being caught. He didn't get a huge lead off of second base, but just pure sprint speed.
So Danny Surowick back in the 4 spot tonight for Scott Middleton. Has shuffled around in the order throughout this season. Puts one on the ground down the right side. That's foul. Surowick, 1 for his last 12 at the plate. But he did have a quality game against the Crop Dusters where he hit a home run. Walked there as well. Senators trying to add more in the first. It's an offense that a couple of nights ago had a first inning run against the Crop Dusters, but didn't score again there until the 5th inning. It was ultimately the 8th where they put up 4 that was the deciding factor. The 1-1, Surowick, the bad-looking check swing. Tough to hold up there on an off-speed pitch.
Yeah, after something like that, gotta take a second step out the box, regroup.
One, two. Lifted down the left side, foul. Surowick, a real asset for the Senators. Great to have a left-handed hitting infielder, and there he whacks one into right field. That's a base hit. Surowick chugging for second. He'll be way out, but Krause will score. And the Senators have 2 here in the first. That brings Lucas Grantham to the plate. Just recently announced his commitment over to Georgia State. He'll return back to his home state of Georgia to play college ball. Spent this freshman year at Wofford. Very close with Logan Tribble, his college teammate coming into this summer. So a tap or foul. And a bad fall from Murray coming off the mound. A.J. Murray, a 6'1" right-hander. Showed his ace stuff the first time around against the Thunderbolts, but this start he is struggling against the Senators. Still early, though. That's inside.
I mean, you said it yourself, the Senators are going to have to strike early because the Aces bullpen's been great this year.
Also got to keep in mind, though, these Aces bats have not given their pitching much backup throughout the season. They did against the Senators last time. They scored 8 runs. Senators were just too good in the end. A chance to extend the win streak to double digits tonight. Senators 9-1, lost the season opener, and there's a walk for Lucas Grantham. That season opener was on the road against the Braves. They lost 11-8. We've told you time and time again about it, but I think that first game highlighted the fighting nature of this team that we've seen all the way throughout this run.
I mean, like you said, a lot of these comebacks have been in the 7th or 8th inning. They've just been fighting the entire time. And as you mentioned, not a lot of offensive consistency for the first few innings. We're seeing it tonight, though.
This is Jax Nichols, who had the big home run first time around against the Aces. Last time. A go-ahead homer in the 9th inning. You watched it fly out of there. A real no-doubter into the trees over at Frank Mann Field in Alexandria. Spoils one foul.
Just seems whenever the Aces talk to someone on the Senators, they just gain powers, it feels like.
Yeah, Ian Kennedy, after they talked to him, he had a phenomenal game. Nichols and Kennedy playing two positions that are readily available to be talked to. Nichols, the catcher for the Senators this year. Kennedy was a first baseman last season for Southern Maryland. This pitch is outside, ball 2. Groans from the Aces dugout. Nichols just has a way of smiling, having fun, making sure everyone around him is having a good time. Swings and misses down in the dirt. So down goes Jax Nichols, chasing low and away, and that is out number 3 in the first inning. We go to the second. Senators first to strike in Waldorf. They lead 2-0 after one.
If you or your child is searching for a youth baseball team, you're looking in the right place. The Maryland Senators Elite Travel Baseball Team competes in tournaments and showcases around the country. Featuring teams from 8 to 18U, the Senators work hard to prepare players for the next level by teaching confidence, a winning attitude, and the importance of character by being a great student, teammate, and individual. Get more information by searching MarylandSenators.com, the place to be for travel baseball in Maryland. The newest addition to the Senators family is the Maryland Lady Senators softball team. With an 18U team forming, 14U and 10U teams, the Lady Senators coaches and staff strive to help players reach their fullest potential both on and off the field. With the team just finishing their second season, you can join in the future by registering at ladysenators.com.
So Nick Wimberly with a heck of a start to this point. As good of a first inning as you could have. Struck out all three batters he faced. And he will get Ernie Echevarria to start this second inning. Southern Maryland backed him up with the bats in the bottom half of the first. Pushed 2 runs across thanks to an RBI single from Steven Krause and then followed by Danny Sherwick's RBI single. He was ultimately thrown out trying to get second. So the catcher, Echevarria, will start things off in the second. Still yet to record his first hit this season through 13 at-bats. Trying to put it together for Chris Brissett. Tough to try to figure things out here in this Cal Ripken League. One that is certainly unforgiving. One of the top leagues in the country. Echevarria hit .276 this year as a freshman at Penn, walking more than he struck out. Walked 17 times, only struck out 10. So he's shown in the past that he can play at a pretty solid, high level. This summer, though, just hasn't been able to figure it out yet. The pitch. Lifted down the right side. Tracking it over is Cook, and he'll put it away for out number 1. So 4 up, 4 down to begin the ball game for Nick Wimberly, who's looking like a stud out there to this point. What do you think has made Wimberly so tough to touch early in the start?
Honestly, his fastball and off-speed tunneling's been amazing so far, just causing a lot of whiffs and getting ahead early in counts. A lot of soft contact, too.
And that hit off the hand of Degnan. And so he will get first base. Someone in the Senators' dugout said it hit the bat. Made an odd sound, certainly.
It sure sounded like it.
Degnan going to be awarded first base. And that gives way to Michael Powell.
Now batting, number 8, Michael Powell.
Powell hitting 6th this evening. 6'3" left-handed batter. Just a great stature for baseball. Is hit sharply on the ground and past the glove of Cook. Degnan hustling for third. He'll be in safely. Runners at the corners, and the Aces threatening.
Now batting, number 15, E.J. Hankerson.
So 2 men on for the Aces here, and E.J. Hankerson, the man at the plate. Trying to deliver early for Alexandria. He did so the last time these teams played. This is fouled off towards the right side. That little jam shot a moment ago was similar to that 2-run double he had in the first inning the last time these teams met. It was a check swing, soft liner down the right field line, but got down into the corner and caused trouble.
I mean, we've seen it a lot. Some of the hard contact this year has just been straight to the gloves, and we've seen some pretty fluky hits. So just put the bat to the ball and good things will happen.
Gets the start tonight. Entered as a pinch hitter yesterday against the Grays. That was a 2-1 victory for the Aces against DC. A gritty one, no doubt about that. They've scored 2 in each of the last 2 contests, has Alexandria. Lost 11-2 against the Crop Dusters, then won last night 2-1.
Wimberley could get his 4th strikeout here. That'd be big.
Aces have only had 3 games where they've scored over 3 runs. Called strike 3. Right on cue, Nick Wimberley with another K. And Hankerson set down looking. Adam Subhibzada.
Almost anything in play would have been a run there, so that's a big strikeout for Wimberley.
And now you can get the force at first, or even second for that matter. First pitch fastball strike. Boy, he's locating that well, Alex.
Beautifully, and he's seeing they're not being too aggressive on this first pitch, and he's laying it in there.
This is bounced to second. Cook, he's got time, and his throw is offline. Oh, my. A routine play, and Cook with a poor throw to first. Coming in to score is Gavin Degnan, and that will go down as an error. The Aces are within 1.
That's a rough break for Wimberley there.
Yeah. Then you strike out the guy, then you induce a ground ball in the infield. Do exactly what you need to.
Pretty routine play, a perfect bounce to him. It just looks like maybe it got stuck in the gloving, and he started to hurry it up a little bit and just cause a off-target throw.
First pitch is outside to John Colligan, the center fielder. He's taken over there this season. They moved E.J. Hankerson out to left field. Hankerson, a returner to the team, was the everyday center fielder a season ago for Chris Bursett. Now Colligan has taken that role. That's for good reason. He's hitting .364 on the year.
Certainly not a guy you want up for runners in first and second.
3 walks as well, no strikeouts. You'll do well when you don't strike out. Runner goes. Throw will go down to second, and no one's covering. It's into center field. Powell in to score. Sahibzada up to third. And Nichols maybe had a point in throwing to second, but he's got to take a moment and make sure someone's covering there. It was a delayed steal from Sahibzada. Yeah, he probably had no chance on Powell at third, but just poor communication, and now it's tied at 2 after a couple errors.
Just hope this doesn't ruin Waverly's confidence here, because he's pitched great, just a couple errors by the Senators.
Yeah, you can't get too low on yourself right here if you're Nick Wimberley. He has pitched great, just a couple of defensive errors that aren't his fault at all. Tough, though, to try to get right back on things where you were when
This inning should be over.
the confidence has got to be rattled at least a little bit.
Especially with the Aces still threatening here.
3-1. In there, strike 2. Thought it was inside. Colligan did as well. Do you go off speed or fastball here?
Go with what's working. I say fastball.
3-2. Fought off foul. It was the fastball. Colligan was 2 for 2 with a double and a pair of walks, scored twice a week and a half ago against the Big Train. Coming in with some momentum tonight. 3-2. Fouls it off. And I mention a game that's that far back because that was relatively recently on the schedule for them. Just 4 games ago, even though it's a week and a half. Had a lot of games canceled due to rain. They got one in during the middle of that stretch this past Tuesday against the Crop Dusters. 3-2. Spoils it away. Senators didn't get to play at all. They had to take 7 straight days off. Colligan not giving in. Wimberley continues to fill up the zone. The payoff pitch. Low and outside, and Colligan works a walk. So men at the corners, and you can't blame Wimberley there. He threw a lot of strikes. Colligan just kept battling him off. And eventually he misses the zone once, and Colligan able to work the walk. Almeida serves one into right center field. Sliding grab by Dawson Smale. What a catch. It is all tied after the top of the second. Aces put something together. Thanks to a couple of errors from the Senators. They'll try to clean up the defense going forward. Senators bet 7-8-9.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine, their commitment to serving customers is priority one.
Back from Southern Maryland, Senators and Aces. Two teams that are going to battle here tonight. Despite the records, Aces trying to come with a big upset over the Senators this evening. These are two teams that have really become rivals over this last season. They got A.J. Murray out on the mound. In the first inning, he struggled against Southern Maryland. Senators put up 2 runs. Thanks to a one-out double from Adam Trock, was knocked in by Steven Krause, and then he was hit home by Danny Surowick, who was ultimately thrown out trying to stretch a single into a double. So Calvin Cook is the leadoff man this inning for the Senators. Takes a first pitch strike. This is a Senators team that will score throughout games. Last season, it felt like a lot of early runs in contests, and then they would slow down often. This year, that is not the case. Last night got 4 in the 4th inning, then 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. Night before that, got 4 in the 8th inning. It's a team that doesn't leave a whole lot of base runners stranded. 2-1 is in there. Senators left 1 on in the first inning after scoring 2. Cook lifts one high and deep out to center field. Colligan going way back near the warning track. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And that brings Dawson Smale up to the plate for Scott Middleton. He's hitting .294 this season. Now to Xavier University. Didn't play there this season as a freshman. Building up some big-time experience here in summer ball. Alex, this is just a great opportunity for these guys to get better, improve.
Love it. Even during or off, not during the college season, just getting working. Especially some of these guys that just graduated high school and getting their first looks at college ball.
Certainly a tough adjustment for some of those guys, at least you would think, but the Senators have had a couple of them, and they've done pretty well to this point in the season. Jack Ewart is amongst them. He's played very well for the Senators, and then Nate Berzonski last night, he went 4 2/3, didn't give up a run. Boy, that's some college-level stuff. And in the last 3 innings, he didn't allow a single base running. He was perfect in the last 3.
It truly was a gem, just an amazing outing. Kept the pitch count down, too.
There's a called strike. Senators trying to create some one-out offense as they did in the first inning. 3-1 inside, and he walked him. So Dawson Smale is aboard. And here comes Logan Tribble, who is 4 of his last 10 at the plate. 3 runs batted in that time. Also played very well against the Aces this season. 2 of 5 with a couple of runs knocked in. A walk as well.
Curious to see if Smale will be off here.
He's got 3 steals this season. This is put on the ground to the left side. Nice pick by Miller, but he can't transfer cleanly, and Logan Tribble's aboard. Reach by any means necessary. That's been the name of the game for Logan Tribble this season. And there he's on. And it's all set up for Nick Flores. Double play in order here, but the Senators have only grounded out into 1 this entire season.
And Flores has speed, too.
He's got 2 men on here. Popped out to second his first time up. Launched 9 home runs this year at the college level, so he's got some pop.
Be great for him to get on here for the steaming hot truck up next.
Flores has put the ball in play a lot this season. Has only gone down on strikes 3 times. Been the everyday shortstop for the Senators. The pitch served into center field. They're going to send Smale home. Throw comes to the plate. It is not in time. Smale beats it out. Senators retake the lead. RBI single for Nick Flores.
I mean, throw was perfect, but just a great slide by Smale there.
Yeah, John Colligan threw an absolute dart to the plate.
We said it, Smale has that speed.
And this is Adam Trock, who had a double in the first inning. And Senators getting exactly what they've been looking for. Early offense, trying to take an early lead. Recently, it's been a lot of late-game heroics. Last night, that wasn't necessarily the case. They kind of dominated throughout.
That was the pitching. Brzezinski was absolutely magnificent, as we said. But you just can't say it enough. I mean, an outing like that, especially in this streak of games, you really cannot ask for more from a reliever.
Well, the story has been so far, if the Senators can hold the opponent under 6 runs, they will win. Senators have scored no fewer than 6 runs in every single game this season. They have averaged 8 a game.
It's just ridiculous. In only 1 game have they scored less than 7 runs, and it was 6.
Tribble's got some speed out at second. 4 steals this season. Has stolen third once. 3 of those were steals a second.
We saw the Aces perform a double steal last inning. Let's see if the Senators go for something similar or earlier in the top of the inning.
Yeah, and that caused trouble for Southern Maryland.
Especially with the third baseman kind of in, maybe expecting a bunt.
This is on the ground to first. Powell will try to run to first, and Trock beats it out. Magnificent speed.
That's that hustle and heart we've been talking about for this team.
Oh, and that's a big mistake for the Aces. In time, was too late trying to go to first base. The players said that they've timed Adam Trock out of the box at 3.4 seconds. I mean, that's just absurd speed.
And there's not a better showcase for that than what we just saw. I mean, he was moving out of the box there. And now bases loaded with 1 out.
So
Senators
Stephen
looking to have
Krause up. It's all set up for him. This is through the right side. Flores getting the go sign. Degnan's throw to the plate. He's safe. Throw now to third is not in time. Runners at the corners and a 2-run single for Stephen Krause. Senators blowing it open early.
And the offense is just exploding so far early. We've been talking about not many early runs, but they're 1 1/3 so far tonight. They have 5, and they're still threatening with runners on first and third.
Krause has been magic tonight. Couple of singles, 3 runs batted in. And here's a mound meeting for the Aces, trying to figure things out a little bit. What do you think is the answer? Because just throwing strikes hasn't necessarily worked.
Truly, I mean, even when he's throwing strikes, it's getting put in the field and it's getting through. I mean, we've seen infield hits. We've seen things get right by the first baseman's glove. It's honestly like everything the Senators are hitting are getting through. So I don't know what you tell your pitcher here. I mean, obviously it's not going to stay. Whenever you hit the ball, it's going to be a hit. But with runners on first and third, you don't want anything being in play. You want a non-productive out, most likely a strikeout or a pop out here, or even the double play.
Murray has 1 strikeout to this point tonight. His last outing had 3 punch-outs in 4 innings. 1 would go a long way here. Danny Surwick singled and knocked in a run, was thrown out trying to advance to second. Surwick has proven to be a big addition. He's been shuffled around in the lineup this season. Moved between the 4, 5, and 6 spots. Scott Middleton really has a lot of confidence in this kid. Although he's slowed down a little bit recently, 1 for his last 12. He's put some good swings on the ball. Tonight came through with a single. This is ripped down the right side, and that'll stay fair and get into the corner. Surwick will easily get to second. Krause up to third. A run scores, and the Senators are in front by 4.
And when you have confidence in a guy, you're seeing it come to life and fruition. Just bat to ball, 2 hits already. It was crushed. You can tell he's a very big pull hitter. Everything he hits is right down that right field line.
And once again, the Senators have scored at least 6 runs in a ball game. This Southern Maryland offense is just next level. Yes, the big train, they have scored more runs this season by 24. Their offense has been absurd, but they haven't necessarily had the pitching to back it up night in, night out. That is why they are 7-4 on the season. Senators, they've gotten the pitching, it feels like, nearly every night.
And Aces with the infield in here with runners on second and third.
This is bounced to short. Almeida will go to first, and there's out number 2. So the Aces get exactly what they want, a ground ball on the infield.
It's a big out.
No chance for Krause to go home there. And this is the last man to bat this inning in Jackson Nichols. Everyone has hit in the Senators' order. He struck out his first time up to the plate. Almost has a nonchalant stance in the box. Describes his personality outside of the box perfectly, too. Fun guy to be around.
He's a great guy. Very humble, too.
Yeah, you're never going to have a dull moment around Nichols. Always make sure to say hi as well.
Doesn't even move his feet after the pitch. Stays in the box and just gets ready for the next pitch.
He homered the last time against the Aces. The go-ahead bomb in the 9th. And there he was taken the whole way.
I think the word nonchalantly describes it perfectly.
Nichols 3 for his last 9 at the plate. And he takes ball 4. So a quick walk for Jax Nichols, and the Senators have batted around here in the 2nd. Calvin Cook back up. He started things off, but flew out to center field. From there, the Senators had 6 straight guys reach base until Lucas Grantham just grounded out a moment ago.
That was tough for Cook, too. He hammered that ball to center field. But like we said, you're going to really have to crush one to get it over anyone's head at center there.
Yeah, 400 out to center field. This is lifted down the left side. Over near the line goes Hankerson. He's got room to put it away and retire the side. Senators at their punishing best early. They've scored 6 in the first 2 innings. Up on the Aces here.
Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today. Seeking investment management help? Well, look no further than GDS Investments. With over 20 years of experience, Glenn Surwick has the knowledge and experience to help you make informed investment decisions. The company maintains full transparency, allowing you to view your account activity at any time so there are no delays or surprises. Go to gdsinvestments.com today to learn more. GDS Investments, there to guide you when the winds change. Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com.
Beautiful Sunday evening here from Waldorf, Maryland. Let's get you your weather report for this evening. Temperature sitting in the high 80s. It's been a lot warmer today, but still nice as the sun begins to go down. A little humid tonight as well, Alex.
But that chance of rain's nice.
Yeah.
Finally got away from that.
Senators had a week straight of ball games canceled due to rain. Because of that, the Senators now will play 12 games in 11 days. Just a gauntlet coming up.
And the weather's insane out here, too. On Tuesday, it's going to reach a high of 99 degrees.
Huber takes up and away. And yeah, the weather has not been kind throughout this season. They weren't able to play for a week, and now when they can, the temperature is going to be blazing. This is hit sky high into shallow left center. On comes Trock, who puts it away for out number 1.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And this will be Gavin Miller, one of the better bats on this entire team. Hitting .242 this season. 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's played in all but 1 game this year. was one of the 2 runs to score last night against the Grays as a 2-1 victory for the Aces. Had a double and walked the last time around against the Senators. Takes a fastball strike. This is the 3rd meeting between these teams. They played way earlier in the season. The 3rd game for Southern Maryland, just the 2nd for Alexandria. Senators won 7-3 here at home. And out on the road, it was a 9-8 victory for Southern Maryland when they pulled out late.
Sure, Wimberley's feeling a lot better on the mound with that cushion of a lead, especially with how he's been so far. 2 unearned runs, but not an earned one yet.
Senators the best in the South Division. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Aces 5 games back of Southern Maryland. They're the 3rd best team in the division, behind the Grays, who they defeated last night, who are sitting 5-5. Southern Maryland handed the Braves last night their 8th loss of the year. 2-2 outside. Certainly a shocking result after last year. The Aces dominated this division, 25-11. The year before that, the Aces were 30-6.
Insane.
And the payoff pitch misses outside. That's ball 4 to Gavin Miller, who will reach with a walk. So a 1-out base runner here, same as last inning where Gavin Degnan was hit by a pitch, then Michael Powell a single. A throwing error brought Degnan home. And then an error scored Powell. So a couple of unearned runs.
Wimberley just getting a lot of first pitch strikes and getting ahead of batters very quickly.
6-2 Senators here in the 3rd inning. Echevarria takes low and outside. Is 0 for 14 early on in the campaign.
Man, the Aces just love Nichols.
Nichols prefers to do less talking, more playing. And there's a strike, 2-2. Nichols just told me that home run the last time against them felt so good. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Not only mentally and in that sort of context, but as well just felt good off the bat. He said he didn't even feel it when he hit the ball. Told me the next day those are the best ones.
Oh, and he knows better than anyone else without those batting gloves.
And here comes Gavin Degnan to the plate. Hit by a pitch and came in to score last time up. Takes low and outside. Senators trying to put this lead away, trying to make it insurmountable for Alexandria, a team that is dead last in the league in runs. This is lifted out into left center. Trock makes the grab to end the inning. So Nick Wimberley still yet to give up an earned run through 3 innings. 6-2, going to the bottom of the 3rd. Senators trying to keep the offense rolling.
Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority one. Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal.
New pitcher on the mound for the Aces, left-handed pitcher out of bullpen, number 33, Nate Lake. And so far this season, he's been pretty solid with a 2.87 ERA through 2 games. Only thing we can really see is he's struggling a little bit with the whip, allowing 3 walks and 3 hits through 4.1 innings, but also 6 strikeouts. So he's got the stuff. It's just if he can keep it in the zone.
Great intro there, Alex. 6'3" left-hander, Nate Lake. And this one of the more high-leverage arms out of this bullpen for Alexandria. The reason Brissett goes to him is because the Aces, they want to have in their back pocket, right, the tiebreaker over the Senators. That is quickly falling out of favor for them because they are down 0-2 in the season series already.
And especially you don't want this game to get too out of reach, already down 4 in the 3rd inning. So you want to bring one of those guys that you know can shut it down.
Senators 4 games up on the rest of the division. First pitch is low and inside to Dawson Smale. Smale walked his first time up. That opened up the rally in the 2nd inning.
Made a slick grab and right to get the 3rd out on the top of the 2nd.
1-1. Checks the swing. He held up. Smale, a guy used to winning, was a state champion in baseball at Clarion High School. Was named All-District multiple times. That's downstairs. The pitch. And Smale's got a 5-pitch walk.
And we highlighted it. Lake can struggle a little bit with his stuff sometimes. That's his 4th walk in 4.1 innings pitched.
So Logan Tribble back up. He reached his first time on an error by the 3rd baseman Miller, who had a tough play, charging hard up the line on the backhand. Just didn't cleanly transfer from his glove to his throwing hand. Logan Tribble has a home run this season.
Part of his historic stretch to start the season.
That came here in Southern Maryland, over in Waldorf. First time around against the Aces, he reached all 3 times up. That was a part of that stretch to open up the season where he reached 13 straight times.
Truly no words for that. I mean, 13 straight plate appearances he got on base.
And of course he's slowed down to some extent since, but he's still been huge for Scott Middleton. Has only struck out once, 6 walks, 0-2 outside. 4 of his last 10 with 3 runs batted in coming in tonight. 1-2. Put on the ground to short. Double play ball. Huber relay to first in time. So they twist it up the middle, and there's 2 gone in the 3rd inning. Back to the top of the order in Nick Flores. Plays with a quiet confidence. Scott Middleton just loves this kid. When I talked to him preseason about the team, kind of previewing what was upcoming, he really highlighted Flores and what he brings to the squad. A team that has really gotten close over the last couple of weeks. Certainly helps when you're winning and makes it a lot easier to bond with the guys on the team. But he said the players have taken it upon themselves to take time off the field. Carter Groen's been a big part of that, getting the guys together to hang out.
Thanks to the Guy family for their family barn that they've been using.
Yeah, that's been a huge help for the Senators. And they haven't been able to practice outside due to rain. This is whacked down the left field line and could be more. Hankerson corrals it. Flores into second, a stand-up double. Yeah, that Guy family barn the Senators have utilized over the last couple of weeks. Practicing inside, it was formerly a barn, since converted to a mound and a batting cage. Something that the players can use, hitting there, pitching there. They use it most frequently for their son and daughter, who are both great softball and baseball players, respectively. Mikey, a former Senator, played through the youth program, then played at the college level as well, 2 seasons. Nice block by Echevarria to keep it in front. Trock 2 for 2 tonight. A double and a single. Was a part of the rally in the second. Came around to score. One. Low and in. So only 2 innings for A.J. Murray in the start tonight. He was one of the better starting pitchers on the roster for Alexandria. Not the case this evening.
Just didn't have his stuff tonight. Wasn't even a control issue either. It's just everything he put in the box got hit.
Scott Middleton's been so thankful that even when his guys haven't had their stuff, they've been able to grit through, grind out starts. Aiden Milburn did exactly that a couple of nights ago. He threw 3 innings, gave up only 1 run, despite not having the A stuff. Payoff pitch. Served into right center. Flores is being sent home. Colligan's throw will go to the plate. Nowhere near. So an RBI single, and Adam Trock is having himself a night. Senators up big early.
Of course, it had to be with 2 outs.
Stephen Krause before this one changed the walk-up song. Heartache medication, John Party. It's worked for him. He's 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in. Very nice guy. Us interns, we eat together pregame. We were having Raisin Canes before the game. It was phenomenal. And now here's Adam Trock caught in a pickle. Throw goes to second, and he's there in time. Oh, my goodness.
He's just insanely quick.
Can you believe that? The throw wasn't even that offline. I mean, not perfect for Almeida, but that's unreal.
And that's the thing. He doesn't hesitate and stay in the middle hoping they'll make a mistake with the pickle. He just goes, and he trusts his speed, and you see it right there. And now a runner with scoring position and 2 outs.
And to finish up the story on Krause, we were eating pregame. He comes up and approaches us, and he goes, "Hey, can you change my walk-up song for the game?" Just a super kind
Very
guy.
nice.
Had a great interaction with him.
Had everything ready. Name, title,
Yeah,
time
he's
he
locked
wanted.
in. This is tapped foul. Krause, a heck of a ball player too. Last summer in the Perfect Game Collegiate League, hit .349 with 7 doubles across 21 games. Middleton knew he wanted him if he got the chance. That has come to fruition. Just great off-season scouting, bringing in talent by Scott Middleton. Boy, the guys he's gotten has made it pretty easy.
I mean, we've seen him on both sides, hitting and pitching, just amazing.
Trying to make the win streak tonight double digits. This is a jam shot in his shallow center. Almeida, a jumpy catch. Oh, what a grab by the shortstop.
Great play.
Cue the highlight music. That's unbelievable. Senators, though, pushed across another here in the third inning. Their offense has looked unstoppable early. They lead 7-2 going to the
Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more,